Hey, Flo here, with another Take a Peek video. This is very unexpected. I was trying to go to some boulders that I had marked, actually kind of continue where I left off, I think on October 17th, where I was interrupted from exploring the boulders when my friend was in town. Anyway, I took a turn because there's this road on the map that does not exist in real life. I thought I was going straight down to where those boulders are, and it took a random turn that's not on the map. So I ended up going completely the wrong direction that I wanted to go to get to those boulders. But I came across this random small boulder here. I mean, it's actually kind of big, but I don't think it's like a ridge of boulders. It's just one isolated one, which is kind of odd because it's actually very flat here. And usually boulders are kind of on the edge of a ledge or ridge. So that's unusual. Anyway, so here's my voice recorder. It's a Sony PCM M10. And then I have the, let me lock this here. I have the lapel mic going out the top as an external source, but these two microphones on either side actually pick up really well, and if I can make some kind of shock mount for this that can attach to my selfie stick or somewhere else good, I'd like to use that. Okay, it's still recording. Now I'm going to be paranoid though, because somehow I had that in my pocket and it stopped recording a few days ago when I was hiking, and that's why the last 2 or 3 Take a Peek videos have garbage audio, is because I had to rely on what's coming out of the or going into the 360 camera, and it's bad. It's really bad. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get more of these, or as many of these looking inside the rocks things as I can, if I see anything interesting. So I think maybe I'll walk around this first. See if I spot any other boulders nearby, or if this is the only one. It's very curious. It's not that common to see this particular scenario. I'm guessing there's probably others around somewhere. When I look at my map, I'm a little curious to see if this shows up on the LiDAR map as a little blip, because it's pretty big, really. I've seen things that show up on the map that are smaller than this, so I imagine this will show up. Sometimes what happens is I see those little blips on the map, like I pore over the map with great detail, the fine-tooth comb, I guess they say, zooming in really close, looking at all the shadows and highlights, and also on the contour map. And I may have seen this as a blip on the map, but if I don't see it from satellite view, like if I can't see the rocks, I don't always mark those. I'm kind of getting to the point now where I think I might mark all of those, because I think if you can see it on the LiDAR map, I think it's a boulder. I've come to that conclusion. The thing is, I have so many to explore already that I know are there because I've spotted them, so I don't tend to mark every single point on the map, because I already have more than I can explore probably in a lifetime. But I may as well mark them anyway. So yeah, hopefully the audio will be better in this video than the last 3. Oh, I didn't see that little pile over there. I'll go mark that one too. All right, so this is probably the highest point right here. Need to assign this a number. call it B889A. See, what's the date today anyway? It's the 21st, okay. I always make a note of when I explore these, so I know I don't need to come back. I mean, I can come back. Actually, I kind of want to make a little note. Large, unexpected boulder pile. Okay. I'm pretty happy. I've already mentioned it, but this, you probably can't see it, but I have this little remote control on the end of the selfie stick that inserts GPS data into the video, which is pretty cool. The thing I haven't tested yet is to see how accurate it is, because I also have a well, I'm not going to dig it out of my pocket, but I have a Garmin that I use to record my tracks generally. But this little remote control also receives a GPS signal, and I haven't lined up the two to see which one appears more accurate. But it's kind of nice to have a backup in case one or the other goes out. I don't really expect them to stop working randomly, but the batteries could die, which has happened before. Okay, that's kind of cool, that little overlapping, I don't know what to call that, overhang. You can definitely tell that all of these are lava at one time. I don't know much about geology, but I feel like almost all mountains or boulders were lava at one time, and they just pushed up through the ground. I never used to think that way, but I just generally trust more or less what the geologists say, and they classify pretty much all mountains as some kind of volcano, even the ones that have a sharp peak. Like I was looking at Mount Hood, the biggest mountain in Oregon, on Wikipedia, and they classify it as a stratovolcano, whatever that means. But a lot of other mountains are shield volcanoes, and there's a few other types. All right, so this will be B889B. Let me mark that on my map real quick. Some kind of weird, probably insect, possibly a bird. Oh, it's a bird, I think. Making some weird noise out there. I don't know if that'll get picked up by my wimpy lapel mic. I'm pretty sure my voice recorder would pick that up though, if I was using that directly. That was weird. So my 360 camera just randomly stopped recording and turned off. Usually it only does that when the battery dies. I've never seen it do it otherwise. Strange. Okay, so I'm just gonna head down here and check out that other little pile over there. I think I'll be done here. This will be a kind of short video. These really could be a lot shorter. I just tend to get carried away when I'm talking about random junk. And this one's far enough away, I'll give it a different number. Just imagine, like, probably a long time ago, all of this was rock, like way underneath all this tree debris and sand and dirt. There's probably more rocks like this, but then parts of it just burst up out of the ground. So I find it very interesting. Whoa. I feel like this boulder could move when I stand on it, but maybe not. All right. Okay, we'll call this one B89D. And that'll be it for this video. All right, I am going to head toward those boulders that I started a few days ago and maybe do some of those as well. So I will be back in, I don't know, half hour or so, but in YouTube time, that could be 2 or 3 days, depending on how long it takes me to get these uploaded. So I will see y'all next time. Thanks for joining me.